Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing very well. Welcome to this edition of Discussion on the Indian Express dated 26th October 2022, and we bring to you some of the major articles of the newspaper. Let's begin with our today's discussion. From page number 3 and 10 GS2 International Relations, we have two articles. The first one is headlined as Rishi Sunak takes charge, says I'm not daunted, difficult decisions to come. Now, this is in context of UK getting its first Prime Minister of Indian origin. Another article that is headlined as Accidental Prime Minister. From these articles, first of all, you have to know about Rishi Sunak and also what caused the UK's economic crisis and what lies ahead. Moving on page number 8 from GS2 International Relations, the article is headlined as Let's not interfere in each other's internal affairs, says China envoy. Now, these lines were given by Chinese envoy Sun Weidong in his farewell remarks. He said India and China need to respect each other's political systems and uphold the principle of non-interference in the internal affairs. From this article, you have to know about the border disputes between India and China and also what are other challenging issues and areas of cooperation between the two neighboring countries. Alright, moving ahead on page number 8 itself, again from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is headlined as Khan sends notices to two more Vice-Chancellor LDF to protest on November 15. Now, recently, Kerala Governor Arif Mohammad Khan has served show-cause notices to the Vice-Chancellor of some universities in context of the illegal appointments done. So, from this article, you have to know about the role of governor in the parliamentary system and also about various recommendations related to the role of governor. Now, moving on page number 9 from GS3 Internal Security, the article is headlined as Day after 5 arrested, police invoked UAPA. Now, recently, 5 people were arrested in Coimbatore, that is in connection with the death of a man when LPG cylinder exploded in his vehicle. So, the Unlawful Activities and Prevention Act was invoked. From this article, you have to know about the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and its key provisions. Moving on page number 10 from GS2 International Groupings, the article is headlined as Still Grey. Now, this article is about the Pakistan's removal from FATF grey list. And from here, you have to know how does the FATF work and what do grey lists and other black lists refer to. Also, what does Pakistan's removal from the FATF grey list signifies. Moving on page number 10 from GS2 Education Sector, the article is headlined as Don't Speak of Language. Now, this article talks about the switching of medium of instruction of medicine in India. So, the author says that medicine is constantly evolving and switching to Hindi textbooks is easier said than done. From this article, you have to know what will be the impact of switching the medium of instruction of medicine and also think about what else the government can do to make education more accessible. Moving on page number 11 from GS2 International Relations, the article is headlined as Off, By and For Xi. Now, as Xi Jinping was re-elected as the General Secretary of Communist Party of China for a record third 5-year term, you have to know about its significance, particularly for India, and this article is written by Mr. Vijay Gokhale. Moving on page number 15 from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is headlined as Competition Commission of India slaps Rs 936 crore penalty on Google for abusing its dominant market position. And from this article, you have to know all about the Competition Commission of India and why has it imposed a fine on Google. And further on, what are the impacts. Moving on page number 14 from GS3 Space section, the article is headlined as The Heaviness of Rockets and Why It Matters in a Space Flight. An interesting article, and it is written by Mr. Amitabh Sinha, and from here you have to know what is the significance of weight of rockets in spaceflight, and with this also know about ISRO's major space missions. Alright, and with this we call it a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, the Indian Express. I hope you like the video. I will see you with some other video. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.